Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, it's that time again. It's Friday. Have a nice hot cup of coffee, and I want to basically have another deep conversation with you gentlemen about Filipino women. Yes, it's all about the Filipinos. The reason I brought this one up was because a lot of guys are asking me questions. And listen, guys, I'm not living in the Philippines. I'm going to actually have an interview with a gentleman who's living in the Philippines coming up shortly because he's reached out to me and he said he'd be happy to talk to me about his experience. He's been living there for the last, don't hold me to this, but I think he said 6 years, loving it. And he said he'll be happy to have a conversation with me. So I'm going to bring that to you guys as well. But before we get into it, please subscribe, hit the old notification button, and also give me a thumbs up on this video. And of course, if you want to book a session with me, get me over on askanolderman.com. So I'm going to get straight into it because we got a lot to cover. And the issue that I want to address is understanding the difference between city girls and country girls. I like to use the word country. They call it Providence girls, girls that live outside the city. Different names for different countries. You got Providence, you got district girls. You have different terms for these things. All I'm referring to whenever I use any of these terms is simply the fact that women who do not live in cities. The difference is, and most of you guys already know this, is that a lot of city girls have already been westernized because pretty much cities anywhere around the world have the same mindset. The mainstream media and the large corporations are targeting those women at a massive degree, and the information pumped into their homes in the cities are pretty much all toxic feminist rhetoric. Because they know they can get the woman to stay single, those women are going to spend. It's just a simple equation, guys. Gentlemen, all you need to do is follow the money whenever you want to understand politics or business. Follow the money. And the idea is to manipulate the women. Because if you manipulate the women are much more easily influenced, and they think in groups. They're group thinkers. If she sees one woman with one type of fashion, she's going to follow it. Men, we do it, but it to a much, much, much lesser degree. Human nature, my friends, understand how the world works. Okay? So they know they influence the woman, and they will influence their kids. They will influence their husbands. They will influence everyone else. They will harass their husbands to spend the money. Honey, why can't we buy this? Honey, why can't we buy that? Honey, I want this. But baby, I want you to buy this. Why can't you get the best thing for our kids? Why can't you get the best for our kids need the best. The best. Oh, we need 10 cushions in the house. We need. Men are a lot more logical thinkers. We can survive with one couch, a television, in an empty house, as long as it's warm. And we got beer in the fridge. That's a man. Women cannot understand why men can be that comfortable with so little. But we can. And the men who spend ridiculous amount of money, most of the time, why are you spending it? To impress a woman. Women spend money to impress other women. Make it make sense. All right. So here I want to show you a few videos. My favorite Filipina content creator, the Filipina P, has interviewed various women in different provinces. Gosh, it's beautiful over there, man. It's enticing just watching where they're sitting, actually. It almost looks like one of those, those fake backdrops where she's sitting on a green screen where she usually does her videos. But yeah, this is out in nature, man. So guys, if you love this sort of stuff, hey, this is where it is. So anyway, she's into the video. I'm going to get you guys to just see one thing instantly. She's interviewing 3 young ladies, and these are really young 20-year-olds. And you can basically see the mindset of these women. That's what I'm trying to show you, how these young girls are thinking versus American young girls. I'm not going to highlight American young girls. We already know how they go on. They're looking at OnlyFans. That's their thing.
Who live outside the city. Let's see what they have to say when we tackle some of the issues. So, ladies, please introduce yourselves, names, ages, and occupations, please.
Clarinjoy Rigoro, 20 and a student.
All right, thank you.
I'm Marjeline Sarita, turning 20 and still a student.
I'm Jessie, 20 years old. I'm taking up Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Financial Management.
All right, thank you so much, ladies. Are you guys ready? Ready?
Yes.
Don't be nervous, don't worry. All right, so how many of you are married but separated? Show of hands. No? None of you? All right. How about kids? None? All right. How many of you are single?
All of us.
Oh, all of the above. All right. So, my first question is, what do you think are the biggest differences between people that live in the city compared to people that live in the provinces? So, let's start with Jessie.
Okay, in the city, there are many opportunities there. There are a wide of variety of opportunities. It can high salary, But in rural areas here in Provincial, it's very simple and relaxed life, very refreshing life,
Okay, so it's more relaxed, it's more laid back. Okay. How about you?
Okay. So, for me, the differences between people living in the city and people living in here in provinces is that in terms of physical appearance, there's really great difference that people in the provinces or people from the provinces has a darker skin color than people living in the cities, and also
They have darker skin color because they spend more time outside in nature. A lot of the city people, they spend a lot of time indoors. The cities are hot, humid, sticky, and they're working inside. These girls are working outside on farms, out doing the thing, back into nature.
Are like people in the city don't know simple living here in provinces because people there are gala-gala.
Oh, gala-gala, it's more, they like to party?
Yes, they are fun of socializing. It is a big difference in provinces because people here are more on serious types.
Yeah, what she's trying to say is that city girls, they're looking to party. These girls back in the provinces, in the countryside, they work from sunrise to sunset, right? They don't have any big nightclubs to go to. They might have a little country bar, a little side bar. They'll probably go to, probably closes at, 11 o'clock at night. Everybody's gone back home. This is the big difference between these city girls and the country girls. All right. So I want you to observe a few things though. Very conservatively dressed. They're almost childlike in their demeanor. Confident enough to be on camera, but not boisterous. They're still sort of reserved in the way they present themselves. Now that could be the fact that they're not used to be on camera or their age. Pick your pick. You just never know,
They are just in their houses, like for girls. They just, yes, more on conservatives are in provinces, but they're in the city. Teenagers there are more wild.
All right. So they're more on hanging out, partying outside, but the teenagers or the people in the provinces are more reserved. They're only, staying at home. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Because in my province, we tend to just stay at home most of the time.
Yes, that's true.
But ladies, can you tell if a woman was born in a city, the way she dresses, the way she acts, the way she talks? How about you, Bebe?
probably I could say yes, because we can see the differences between how city girls dresses and how provincial girls dresses. So we can really see the difference. So I can really identify if that certain girl is from city or from province.
All right. How about you, Jessie? Can you detect if they're from
Same,
the city?
the dress codes and all the, the fashion, it's very aesthetic. Yeah, I can really identify if she's a city girl or a province girl.
What is it about their clothing? Is it the short shorts or
Yeah.
yeah?
Very,
Yeah. Very
body
revealing.
very cleavage,
The
I think
cleavage.
so.
How about you,
Very
Clara and
relatable,
Joy? What do you think?
Yes, there is a big difference. City girls are more on cleavage.
hanging out.
Yes. Then province girls are more on reserve. They dress like a manang.
Mana?
Most
Mana?
of the city girls having a blondie hair,
Oh yeah, the hair. They like bleaching their hairs and yeah. And also this is also a common trait for provincial girls. They act like Maria Clara. They dress like Maria Clara. When guys, Maria Clara is more on into skirts, more traditional, more conservative. They're not wearing anything revealing, not showing a lot of skin. That's why if you're dating a province girl, because if you take her to the beach, she's not going to wear bikinis.
Yes.
She's not going to wear, maybe even the backpack shorts. They don't wear that. When we say
pajama.
It's so funny because even here in the UAE, when you sort of go outside of Dubai, because Dubai is considered the city, you can go down the beach side and you'll see women in G-strings. Now, not Arabs. You will not see, when I say Arabs, I'm talking about locals. You will never see that. You'll never see the locals in a G-string or any revealing stuff. When you go outside of Dubai, because Dubai have different emirates or states, something that you guys can understand, it has different states, right? A lot of them are more conservative than Dubai. Dubai is sort of like the play city, right? And you will go on the beach. These women are not wearing bikinis. They are wearing things up to their neck and literally show pants down to their ankles. It might be soft material, but they're not showing their body at all. So it's quite funny. Even their hair are covered and they're soaking wet in the water. Another observation that I've had here is that sometimes I have to do photo shoots on the beach and I usually set up really early, literally before the sunrise, right? It's pitch dark outside, but yet the beach is full of dark shadows. These are families out swimming, having a great time in the dark because they're getting in their beach time before anyone can come and see them in anything remotely revealing. Yes. So, guys, you got to understand, societies outside the West are beautiful. There's so many different experiences that you still have not been able to grasp, to understand. And only when you travel, you'll see that. But I'm just trying to show you the difference between the two ladies because I'm going to show you a different interview that she does later on. But I want to show you one little part here.
have you done online dating? Show of hands. You? You? How about you? No? All right. This is getting juicy. So let's start with Jessie. Tell us about it.
Very privacy. Well, before, I used to, online dating. But when you say online dating, you have to consider two questions. Like, is it love or is it infatuation?
Okay, was it?
Because today, men and women should find someone who would encourage them to grow together. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So ayog ka fall, I use in our own dialect. Ayog ka fall sa tao nga ang kaya ring ingon sa imo kay nikaw nakakanon tikaw. No, not at all.
So translate. What was that?
Go. I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
Find someone who can teach you many things and be in love with someone who has a knowledge, has a sense of humor, and has a good heart. So
you see, these women know what time it is. They're looking for men to teach them. They have no problem admitting and realizing that they need to be taught. They don't know everything and I don't need no man. No, these are women, young women who understand that their job is to hold themselves for that man who will teach them. This is the difference between Western women and these type of women?
Attractive faces, because we're not getting younger anymore. So we must have that kind of mature mindset when it comes to marriage, when it comes to looking for lifelong partners.
Ah, okay. So when you're actually dating, it's not for fun. Yes. It's for long-term plans.
Yeah, because when we say marriage, if marriage is not the goal, then why would we waste our time, efforts, and emotions for someone who'd not be staying? So just go for that man who will pursue you. That man who's consistent.
Wait, let me do a slow clap. Well said, Jesse.
From age 20, that's all they're thinking about. How do I find that perfect man? They know that they are at the peak. They are at their peak attractiveness right now. They know. Because they remember earlier in the conversation, they said, we're not getting any younger. They understand that, hey, I'm at my peak right now. And I'm looking for that perfect man. That's it. That's all these women, they understand. I'm going to show you a little different flavor now. These are different girls, but they're a little bit more revealing. These are 3 different women. Now, one of them are the same, but I don't know which one it is. Clara.
Back to the pool. Today, I've invited 3 young ladies to join us for a look into the lives of provincial women so we can understand their perspectives about life here in the Philippines. Some of you might remember Jessie, the girl who's famous for bringing her cow to the last interview. But who do we have here? Ladies, please introduce yourselves with your ages.
Hello everyone, my name is Fritz. I'm 20 years old.
And I am Claire, 20 years old.
20 years old. So you girls live in the provinces, right?
Yes.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, a province is considered any area outside the city. And 90% of Filipinos live out in the provinces. So girls, would you consider yourself provincial women?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
All right. Okay.
So now you're getting a different flavor of the same type of woman. These are a lot more revealing. These are a little bit more on the risque side. They have on bikinis. Okay, so gentlemen, be very aware that you got 2 types of women regardless where you are. But their mindsets are still quite similar in the way they look at life.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier you guys considered yourselves traditional women, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what does that mean to you, Jess?
For me, being a traditional woman, I have a lot of, being conservative, like on how we live in our place, and unlike here in the city.
Okay, so you have your traditional values.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so what about you, Fritz? What does that mean to you?
My grandma told us to be a very respectful woman.
Okay, to be respectful, okay. So yeah, I think all grandmas do that here.
Yeah.
Did she teach you how to cook, to clean,
Yes,
everything?
of course, every day.
Every day. Okay, how about you, Claire? Do you do the house chores at home?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
And because I am the elder sister,
Okay.
so I'll do the preparing for the meal, cleaning the dishes, and then the house. Of course, it was all to me.
Okay, so it is like a normal thing to do. It's
Yes.
like more of a traditional roles of being a girl, taking care of the house, but it's okay, right? It's like it's the normal thing here.
It's a normal
Especially when
thing
you are
here.
the eldest.
Yes.
Yes,
It would be your responsibility to take care of all your younger
siblings.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. How many of you have dated before?
Me.
How about you? Have you dated before?
Yes.
Now we need to explain what dating means here in the Philippines because it's a different scenario from the Western
Oh,
countries.
okay.
Okay, so when we date someone, it doesn't mean to say we sleep with them. It's not an automatic thing.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what does dating mean? What kind of things do you guys do when you're
Well,
dating?
When we date, we usually hold hands, kiss cheeks, like that, and then
On the cheeks?
Yes.
Cheeks only?
yes, sometimes
forehead.
Forehead.
Forehead?
Yes, that's all.
That's all. But
Yeah.
You imagine a Western woman telling you that. Oh, no, we're just going to hold hands and we're going to just kiss on the cheeks and we're going to kiss the foreheads. That's all I will allow. Imagine a Western woman telling you that. Oh, that'd be funny.
No big bada boom banging in the bedroom.
None.
No. Okay. How about you, Fritz? Do you do the same thing when you date?
Yes, I do the same thing.
Okay. How about you, Jess?
Hold hands and then getting to know each other, the chit-chatting, and
Okay.
especially when the forehead kiss. Because here in the Philippines, it must be respect. Yeah, it shows respect.
It means respect.
Traditionally, your parents are letting you date and have the
Yes.
guy visit you in your house.
Yes.
But if they like the guy, so do they choose the guy who
Yes,
for you to date?
they usually choose the guy who will I date me. I
Okay.
mean, they will just pick some random guy and then told me that they will tell me, oh, eto ha, ng good values, and then the family is very high, so you should date him like that.
Okay, so yeah, it happens in some families
Yes.
because they choose who their daughter's going to date
Yes.
because they're like it's pre-screened. It's almost like it's pre-arranged, but at the same time, you still have the say, right?
Yes.
At the end, if you
Yes.
still want to go through with that. But okay, but. Do you, me, when I was in high school, there's a guy that liked me, and then he comes to my house, and then, do the proper courting kind of thing. Did you experience that, Jess?
Yes, the sibak ng kahoy.
Okay, so he chopped wood?
Yes, and then
Okay, for firewood? Okay.
Yeah.
Did
And
he
then-
fetch water for your family?
no, because
No?
we didn't have well in our.
Okay, but
yeah.
chopping woods.
Yes.
How about harana, serenade?
No, but he actually do the guitar. He plays guitar.
Oh, so
Yeah,
he sings.
in the living room. Yeah.
Aw, that's so sweet. How about you, Claire?
We go to parks.
Barks?
Yes.
Okay. Fritz?
Watching sunset.
Watching the sunset. Aw. How about you, Jess?
Yeah, the adventure, especially in the mountain, the hilltop.
Okay, so you go
Yes.
hiking,
Yes,
walking.
to inhale fresh air.
Okay. So, ladies.
So, no fancy restaurants, no big deals, no, oh, I need a 5-star, and oh, you need to spend $200, $300 on me on my first date, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no Cheesecake Factory, and no, just hiking, walk on the beach, just normal everyday stuff to get to know the person. These girls date with intention, not to see how much you're going to spend on her. Now I know you're going to get those Western women who think, oh, well, they're just idiots. No, these girls are cunning. These girls are very cunning. Okay? They're selling you on themselves. They're holding the product at its peak value. This is what they're doing. This is smart. They understand what men want, and they're making sure that they give the men what they want. The idiots in the West who freaking throw their bodies to every single Tom, Dick, and Harry and say, oh, I'm empowered, those are the ones that have devalued the product. They have devalued themselves, and they don't know it. So you might say to yourself, oh, these girls are just stupid. They don't want to freaking check out how much money the man has. Yeah, of course. They know that they're going to get a man that's valued more than them. That's all they're concerned about. Of course. Same type of hypergamy they have. These videos are for them to do marketing to the foreign men that they want. Practically every foreigner will out-earn 90% of the men that they have in their country. 90. Your average Joe on the street will out-earn their 90% of their population of men. So that's what they're marketing themselves to.
Should a man pay for a date?
Yes, for me it's a yes.
Okay. How about you, Fritz?
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Jess?
For me, yeah, I'm ashamed that a man will pay for a date. It's okay for me when we talk to each other, getting to know each other, and yes, just late night walks or something like that. But yeah, if we if we get hungry, then why not?
Yes, why not?
So you guys don't expect to
Yes.
be taken to a fancy restaurant.
Yes, of course.
So my next question, ladies, what are your plans in the future? Do you want to get married? Do you want to go to work? Do you want to go back to school? How about you, Jess?
Yes, for me, first I want to finish my studies, and when I have a stable job, then yes, of course, I want to get married and have a children.
Okay. How about you, Claire?
Well, for me, yes, I want to go back to college and then find some job and be settled.
Be settled.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like the end goal.
Yes.
All right. How about you, Fritz?
I want to go back to study and find a stable job. Then I want to travel. Then I will get married.
Okay. In the Philippines, having a stable job is very important, obviously, because
Yes.
that's how we survive. To get a stable job, you have to finish college. How true is it that even just getting a job at a 7-Eleven, being a cashier, or being a sales lady in any malls, you need to have a degree?
It was really true.
Yes.
It is true.
It really true.
And so for all of you ladies who are talking about, oh, these uneducated girls, just to get a job in a 7-Eleven, they got to have a college degree. The 7-Eleven jobs in America, in Canada, in anywhere in the West, those are for the people who have failed on an education level. So try to understand, all you women who are talking about these uneducated, can't talk English, can't speak well, don't know any English, blah, 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 blah.
You pay attention to the passport bros, like they're getting women from like the DR, Colombia,
Yes.
The Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have
And
education, women that
But
That
you're missing,
need
you're
them.
missing one
Women
key
that
thing.
need
Women
them.
are raised to be wives.
Listen to these ladies and understand. These women are educated and they're smart. Understand the difference between the two. Educated means they're institutionally educated. Smart, they know exactly how the world works. They know how men work. They know what men want. And they're working to make sure that they can get that man. But they're not stupid enough to just say, okay, I just want a man. They know that their education is important because that is important for their survival. None of them have ever said, I don't need a man. Because there's a difference between survival and need and want. And on the other hand, there's want. This is what I want. They need that degree in order to survive. Because if all else fails, they know at least they got their degree. So they're smart.
Okay.
Because even you want to get a job like a house leader, you have to get a degree in experience, and then sometimes you have to have a backer on your side.
Okay. What is a backer?
Backer is just like the person that knows you well, and then that person is working higher, like
connection
Yes,
inside?
connection inside, so you can
Okay.
get into the job that you want.
Yeah, she's talking about a connection to get the job. That's how hard it is to get a job. Any job. You need a good reference. That's what she's talking about. Somebody that would refer you to that job in that position so that you can actually get a leg up. That's how tough it is. The demand for jobs in these countries, it's so competitive that, hey, these girls know what it takes to survive. That's it. Simple as that.
I want to have a stable job.
So even if you want to have a family, you still want to finish your college.
Yes,
So you'll have an option to help your husband in the future, maybe to get a job or
course.
something. Okay. So ladies, if you and your future partner have children, do you expect to work too, or do you want to stay at home and take care of the children?
Well, it depends on the situation. If my husband will have a great pay, so why not? If it was just a minimum, I'm gonna find some work.
Okay.
I want to use my degree to also to help my husband for the income.
Okay, so you want to support your husband as well,
Yes.
so that because it's very low income here, guys.
Yes.
Even with two people working, so sometimes it's not enough.
Yeah, if she ends up with a local and the local has a job, their position is like anywhere else in the world. It's very difficult for a family to support a household with just one income. So if the man is making one income and the bills are not being met, she wants to make sure that she can go out and work to support the husband and the family. Because remember, the family is also extended into the mother and the mother-in-law. So there has to be two incomes. So these girls are smart enough to understand that. If they get a foreigner who's earning enough money to do all that, of course they would be more than happy to stay home and be housewives. Who wouldn't? Except the strong, independent ones in the West. But these women would love to be housewives. That's why they would prefer a foreigner. It's one of the reasons.
Yeah. Would you mind if your future husband lets you do all the cooking and cleaning and doing the laundry? Is it an okay thing for you? How about you, Fritz?
For me, of course, because I learned it for my grandma. I can do it if he wants.
If he wants. Okay, so if he said, okay, you're the queen of the kitchen and the house, you do all the chores.
Yes.
Okay.
I will do it for him.
For him? Okay. How about you, Bebe?
Yes, of course. It's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
Yes.
Okay.
To take care of your husband, it's a privilege.
I know, right? If our house is clean and immaculate, oh, I love to. It's like, yeah, I'm taking care of the house. Okay, how about you, Jess?
What's the purpose of being a wife when you are not going to do that chores? Like, of course, it would be okay for me to cook. Yeah, it's my responsibility to serve my family.
Okay. So you would serve your husband as well?
Yes.
Okay. Next question.
All right. You see the difference in the mentality. You see the pleasantness. You understand, ladies, why men are going there. It's none of that attitude that you get. None of this we get in the West. These women understand what it is to be a helpmate in the family dynamics. Whether it's going out to work and helping the husband, if he can't provide for the entire family, or whether she can stay at home and do every single thing that is required of her as she sees it traditionally as a wife. Anyway, listen, I just want to give you guys a taste of this video. I don't want to play the whole video because I would prefer you to go over to Filipina P and watch the rest of it on her channel, so to give her support as well. I don't want to just copy the videos, you know? Okay? So I'm going to end it here. Go over to Filipina P and watch the rest of it, because there's quite a bit more on this video. And log in to askanolderman.com to book a session with me if you guys have any questions or you have any problems, if you want help with your YouTube channel, etc. All right? So until next time, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.